Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and here's your stock watch list for May 31st, Wednesday. And first we'll take a quick look at the futures for the overnight. The Dow 30 plus 6, the ES plus actually flat on the ES futures, and the NASDAQ futures up 3. For your information for tomorrow for top earnings, we have coming out tomorrow before the bell ADI, CMCO, GMLP, CORS, KORS, and VRA, that's Vera Bradley. After the market, we have BOX, BOX, HPE, OLLI, and Palo Alto Networks. So those will be after the bell, and this is before the bell for tomorrow, Wednesday, May 31st. Economically, we have the MBA mortgage application, 7 a.m. 8 o'clock, we have some Fed speak tomorrow, Robert Kaplan. Let's see if there's anything else going on. Pending home sales at 10 o'clock, 9:45, Chicago PMI. Beige book at 2 o'clock. 4:30 after the bell, API crude oil, and then 7:30 tomorrow night, John Williams, Fed will be speaking. We have some numbers coming in from Japan tomorrow night around 8:30 p.m. Japanese PMI. So keep an eye out for those. Some earnings calls. You have CORS at 8 a.m. You have Vera Bradley at 9:30 a.m. ADI at 10 o'clock conference call, and let's see if there's anything after the bell. Palo Alto Networks will be at 4:30. Ali, the stores will be at 4:30, their conference call. Box conference call at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and these are all Eastern time. And HPE 5 o'clock Eastern time, so that's tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And let's take a look at the SPY. I think it was traded 35 million shares on the SPY today. It's like the lowest volume in forever. It's almost felt like a New Year's trading or Christmas Day trading, Christmas Eve type of thing. So very little volume, very little movement. But we are still holding the 5 EMA. On the daily chart, that's the green dashed line right here. So we're holding above that. Moving averages are pointed up on the SPY. And Amazon did hit $1,000 or got over $1,000 today. And that was 1,001.20 high on Amazon. And just to mention Tesla, shorts are just continue to get killed in Tesla, pushing up to almost what was the high on Tesla today? 336. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the watch list. And first one on my list tonight, and that's going to be ACHN. All right, and this is the daily chart we're looking at. And so we had some nice volume, 2 million shares in ACHN. We have a high of 437, so 440 might be do the trick for ACHN. So keep your eye on this one. Tomorrow looks interesting. BORN, big pop in BORN, 5 million shares traded. So we'll see if this sets up intraday on BORN. Chinese name, beverages and wineries, he tried to say. And just, keep an eye on, was it SPU, Sky, People, Fruit Juice. Not a lot of volume in it, but it did turn back up over, this fast moving averages here. It's back over the 20, the 13. And, maybe possibly that $3 break, had a high 290. Very low volume today, but SPU maybe might follow that BORN. CALI. This one has been popping, trying to get back over the 20 SMA. So it's holding this 225 area. We had a high today in the name of 265. So keep that one on watch if we can get back over 265. I just want to straighten out my chart. Sorry about that. CCCR. Another China name, but holding above the 8 EMA, back over the 5 EMA on the daily chart here. Maybe 255 is enough to get this CYTR going. Wish volume was a little heavier, but you know, the market was very light volume today, so we'll see what they want to do with this one. CMLS, we had this big volume pop back here. We had 500,000 shares traded in the name. Trying to break over that 50-cent mark on CMLS. So we'll see if we can get a continuation in this name. Had a high of 52 cents. So if we can clear that 52 or 55 cents on CMLS, you might get a continuation move. And just be careful, it's an under a $1 name. CRM, which I'm already in the name, but it looks like it's trying to take out this 91 spot. So maybe over 91.15 on CRM for those that like to play the bigger names. We're holding above the 5 EMA here. The moving averages are turning up. So we'll see if we get a continuation move over that 91.15. That traded 5 million shares, close to 5 million shares today. CSTM, you know, looking for this $7 break on CSTM. We had the high of exactly $7 today. 1.1 million shares, aluminum name. And so this one is interesting. If we can bust out over that $7, closed at 685, maybe 695 could be enough, or you can wait for the break of the 7 on this name. CYTR, this is an under the $1. This is an under $1 name. You see the volume that came in, 35 million shares. It's under $1, like I said. Has a high of 94 cents. So if it can break up over that, you know, 95 cents, maybe the break of $1 will come. CYTR, there's a lot of eyes on this name. You know, it is up, what, 1, 2, this will be, you know, the next 4 days up, and it has tried to clear this $1 before, but hasn't been able to do it. So, you know, just be aware of that. EXAS had news after hours tonight, and you see it closed at $32.65. Well, now it's trading around $35.30. It got as high as $36. So this EXAS may be in play for tomorrow. This is a 5-minute chart after hours that you're looking at on this chart. So keep your eye on that one. FENX, nice volume today, over 500,000 shares. Auto parts, and the reason I bring this one up is SORL, which I traded today, was my first trade of the day, gave us a nice move. Also an auto parts name, so this FENX possibly could give us a nice continuation move tomorrow. Has a high of 143. We closed at 132. So maybe over 135, 137, or wait for the break of the high on the name on FENX. But I think it's one to watch in the auto parts. GLYC, you know, if this can get back over, you know, 1455, 1465 on GLYC, you see it pulled back to the 5 EMA, held the 5 EMA. The green dotted line here, you know, trying to get back over this 14 spot. So watch this for an intraday setup, perhaps. Like I said, if it can get back over, you know, 1365-ish area. And the high on the name was 1427. So I'm going to be watching this one tomorrow. GNC, still rumors around this name. And, you know, see if this one can continue. Almost 3 million shares, 2.4 million. It's, you know, trying to get back over that 750 spot. 756 was the high, so maybe 758 or the break of 750 again on GNC. So might be an interesting play. HLTH, very thin name, but had over 2 million shares traded in the name. Looking for that $1.50, $1.52 break. Just be aware that we had a high back here of 165. And but we are back over the 50 SMA on HLTH. But I just want you to show you the This is the 5-minute chart. This is after hours, but even so, this is how this thing trades. So it might be more of a swing type of trader. I don't know if this is going to have enough gusto to be a good day trader, but anything can happen in this market. So keep your eye on that one. INO, after this big, huge run up near $10, it's pulled back 1, 2, 3 days in a row, right back to the light blue line here, which is the 8 EMA. If it can get back over maybe 775 on the name, if they can start turning it up, maybe even 765, keep your eye on this one if they want to bounce it after the 3 days down. And like I say, it was sitting on the 8 EMA now on the name. Mankind, I believe they have a new CEO now. It's been up, quite a few days in a row. It's trying to get back over this 175. So watch it over this 175. It's a small stock. It's been pummeled. We had almost 8 million shares traded in the name. So we have a high of 188. So that's pretty good volume, with the SPY only trading 35 million and Mankind trading close to 8 million shares. So definitely, one to watch with that new CEO coming aboard. So keep your eye on that one. MTBC. I like this setup. It came down to around the 13 EMA. It's holding that area. It's back over the 20 SMA. 1 million shares traded in the name. It's pretty erratic during the day, but if it does get going, it does give good moves. Has a high of 213 on the name. 215, over 215, might be enough to get this one going again. So keep your eye on that one. NIHD, this is another under $1 name. It's trying to get back over the 50 SMA. 93 cents was the high today, so maybe 95 cents gives us that dollar break. 8.5 million shares traded in NIHD, so keep this one on watch. Oracle, for the folks that like to play the bigger ones, this one held the 50 SMA. It's basing under 45.50, so maybe 45.65 might be enough to get this one going on Oracle. It's a pretty slow mover. It doesn't seem like it's a dangerous stock with this setup. You probably can, if it broke out over that 65 area, you can use maybe the 8 EMA as your stop out zone on the name, or the bottom of this candle right here if you want to do a tighter stop at 45.11, or just use 45 as your stop out if you try to swing trade this. And Microsoft has been moving up, Mr. Softy, and that's at all-time high. So maybe Oracle might follow, and CRM, like we showed you in the beginning, has been getting buying, so maybe Oracle will follow those leaders. PDLI, 1.1 million shares traded, a high on the name of $2.40. So maybe 245 if it gets above, I think it was 243, 245 might be enough to get this PDLI going. Possibly fill this gap up here. The 200 is a good distance around. Let's see, we're at on the 200 254. So it's possible it could pop, and it might stall out at this 200. So just keep that in mind. That's the green line right here, 200 SMA. Next one is PRKR, semiconductor name. Nice volume, almost 1.7 million shares. Stalled at this 250 spot, closed at 217. So I'll watch this intraday on the name, and we'll see what that wants to give. Scone might be another one you want to watch if it can break out over this $2. Lackluster volume today in the name though, and you see these topping tails, the shadows. So this one I'm a little leery of, but it does make nice moves every once in a while. And just let me check leads. Yeah, this leads also, but very, very low volume on leads. This one has a tendency to pop sometimes, but not a favorite one to mess around with. Next one up, let's see, we did PRKR, let's do PSDV. This one nicer, better volume in this one, over 2 million shares. Looking for maybe that 240 break. We're at 232, so it can get back over 240. Maybe we'll get the continuation move up to beyond this 250 spot here. and we have the 300 SMA, you know, this orange solid line right here. Not many people keep that on their chart, so I'm not too worried about it. And big volume came into the name, so keep that one on watch. SNAP, snap. It, you know, it gapped down. It based 20. It's turning back up. It's holding above the 13. It's back over the 5 EMA on the daily chart. If it can get back over maybe 2160, 2165, perhaps you would get a continuation move in SNAP. And next one up is SPI. Now this one had this big move, you know, back on, what was that, Thursday, May 25th, and it's a solar name, and it popped, pulled back. It's hanging around the 5 EMA. If it can get back over $1.25 on SPI, so if it can turn here, maybe we get a continuation move, couple of days down. So to me, if this doesn't turn now, the next spot might be the 8 EMA, but you know, at the 5 EMA, I'd be looking for maybe a turnaround here. No guarantees though, very thin name, so just keep that in mind. TW Twitter, TWTR, nice volume, 18 million shares today, popped. A little bit of a shadow there, so that's at 1872, so the natural resistance is around that 1875. It's at 1843 now, so maybe 1865 might be enough to get Twitter going, and you know, then maybe it can clear 19 again. Square has been doing excellent. So I think Kramer was saying tonight that he wishes Jack Dorsey would, you know, move on from Square and go back to just concentrate on Twitter. And so, you know, see what happens with that. But there's Twitter, and we'll see if we can get that continuation move in that name. VCEL, basing under $3. You see the shadow candles here, those wicks at $3. You know, you could call that a tweezer top. Could be very low volume in the name, so not a favorite, but if it could bust through the $3, I'm just putting it out there, might be one that you want to watch. VICL, nice volume in the name, almost 200,000 shares, but it's had like a few days running up, but it is near this 250 spot, and we had a high today of you know, that 249. If it can clear maybe that 250, the only thing, another concern is the 200 SMA is right there, so just keep that in mind. And just to give you that number, it's at 261. But you know, stranger things have happened in this market, so we'll see if this one wants to do anything tomorrow. Once again, not a favorite. XTNT, bring over the 5-minute after hour chart. I think there was insider purchases on the name, if my memory serves me right. Don't quote me, go check your news sources. But it was trading up by 61 cents after the bell. Once again, another under $1 name. Seems when the market's slow, these under $1 names, you know, perk up. And so, you know, it's right here at the 150 SMA. I think if it can clear, you know, like on this daily chart, if it can pull back to, let's call it 54 cents at some point, that might be a good buying opportunity, or just see how does it set up intraday tomorrow. All right, I think that's going to be it. The only other one I want to talk about was this Colgate, and this one is you know, has a lot of speculation around it, so just keep that in mind. I mentioned this one on the video yesterday. So just wanted to give an update on CL. All right, thank you very much for listening. This has been Zozo Stock Watch. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.